And the wait for the open men qualifiers is over. The open men qualifiers, right now the detail 1 for the open men qualifiers is happening. And climbers from all over Singapore, from Singapore Polytechnic and NTU, Team Onsite, as well as NUS, Power Up Tanjong Sora, and Ragas Balikpapan, as well as the SMU alumni are all in the detail 1. These boys from these open men qualifiers are actually fighting for the top 20 positions to qualify for the open men semifinals, which will be happening tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, the top 20 of these open men qualifiers will be joining us again for the semifinals to once again fight for the top 6 best positions and qualify for the finals, which will be happening tomorrow evening. And right now, all the climbers looking very solemn, thinking, finding the best ways, the best tactics to use.
Good afternoon, and right now you are watching Open Man Qualifiers here at SMU Gravical. And right now, the climbers we have for Detail 1, we have Hanif Suwandi from Singapore Polytechnic, Kenneth Lim from Singapore Polytechnic, Samuel from Singapore Polytechnic, Boaz from Friends Forever, Ken Sia from NTU, Kochai from Team Onsite, Faridwan from Team Onsite, Bronson from Team Onsite, Adil Azmoon representing Team Onsite and NUS, Ahmad from NUS, Ting Yang from NUS, Jonathan from Power Up Tandang Sora, Tehui from Boys Only, Angga from Balikpapan, and Ron Ho from SMU alumni.
Just after a short technical difficulty, right now we have our climbers. On the wall, we have Kotai, as well as Bronson. And what you're watching right now are the strongest climbers of the climbing community, the open man qualifiers, as they fight for the top 20. And we have Kotai again, back on the route 2. I like to call route 2 the block route because it's a little block on the wall. As well as one of the climbers on the first route. A valiant effort, slow and steady movements.
So right now we see Boaz, he caught the bonus tile and he has to go all the way up to the top. There are no more footholds. This part of the wall on the right side is actually slab. It's a slab side.
So I actually realized that this route, it's pretty much similar to the open women's route.
Yes.
And so how was it like when you were on this route?
For me, for the open women route, right, the end tile was closer. So I just have to jump up to reach up. Yeah, but for the guys,
And the crowd just went crazy.
let's
Come on,
see
Boaz. Don't
if he
make
will
the
get his
crowd.
one hand there.
Don't let the crowd down. All right. And that's a first finish from detail 1 from Boaz.
So that's the one of the main difference between the open women and the open men routes. For open women, we just have to directly jump up. For the guys, they have to mentor down so that they can stabilize themselves because that tile is not good. And I think they turned it around. It's not as good.
And the last time they turned it around, right? So the grip is not as good as the women's route, right?
Yeah.
So you guys look at the replay. Boaz, the crowd pleaser that Boaz is. And well done. See, the thing about the route 2, the one that the climber just fell off, it's really a powerful move. You have to jump, and at the same time, you jump and you catch and you land at the same time. It's really more of a coordination move, don't you think?
Yeah, you need to coordinate your feet. You must be able to immediately jump and then do a tension at the same time. So it's a lot of things going on.
A lot of things
Yeah.
going on. And first route is the last route, the 5th route, the one with the green pepper, the one that Bronson fell off. I've seen that most of them are having a little bit difficulty trying to reach the next tile off the green wall.
Yeah.
So it looks like the bonus is not so bad.
Yeah, but the green is essentially flat. There's nothing to hold there. So
It's really
a test of balance. Yes.
It's really balanced all the way.
And because the wall is slightly inclined, so essentially you're not flat on the wall. You have gravity working against you.
Yeah, I realized it when you guys had the open women, the gravity, the way that you guys had to stand, it's really different. And that was the second top of the day. And alright, second top of the day from Detail 1. Looks like Detail 1 is doing really, really well. We're not even at the 5-minute mark. Well done, climbers.
Alright, so far we've seen tops at route 1.
And right now on the screen we have Bronson and Kotai, both from Team Onsite. Let's see if Kotai is gonna get the top.
From what I know of Kotai, he really, really treasures every chance that he has at Gravical. Because it's the ones that he actually promotes from. And he's actually really looking to get into finals. Or at least that's what he tells me. And he's
Easy
looking
top.
good. He's looking good. Good job, Kotai.
And right now we have Adil on the left side of the screen.
Come on, Adil. Alright,
Nice, you see another top.
That is the first top of the day on the
That
route
route.
5.
Yeah.
It's really a jump. You have to trust your legs so much.
You must
just-
take the risk. If you don't, a lot of the routes, if you don't take the risk, you just lose out just because of that.
Yeah, I see the similarity in how much you have to commit and take the risk and just trust that one jump.
Yes.
And Boaz, come on. The crowd pleaser, Boaz, come on. the really excellent show of balance and endurance. If you see the towel on screen, you would think that it's actually alright, but when I went to see it just now, the towel is just flat. It's really flat, and you have to put so much of your load on the feet instead of your hand.
Yeah. And also you need a good contact strength. So essentially you're working with a pad, one
little-
pad of your fingers, putting most of your weight on it, hoping it sticks.
So climbing is really not about strength. It's really a lot of coordination, a lot of commitment, a lot of balance, and more importantly, a lot of training. All these climbers have been through so much training to be at where they are now. Probably if I start, I'll be like, I can't even start. But look at that! Look at that! That's Kairu. Come on, Kairu.
So we see a top by Ron.
All right,
yeah.
Ron. Good job, good job. And if you're interested in the live results is easily accessible on the SMU Gravical page. So just log on to smugravical.com/app and you can see the live results for the Open Men qualifiers. And do we have another? Alright, we have another top on the second route.
So that top was by Anga. He actually is from Balikpapan, so he came all the way here to Singapore to compete amongst Singaporean climbers. Actually, Gravical, we see a lot of international climbers as well. Open women, we also have a few international finalists, semi-finalists that are coming and gonna climb later on. So stay tuned for that after Open Men qualifiers.
So every attempt that the climbers take count towards their final score. And you see a quick replay of the top on the first route. Every single attempt that these climbers take will be taken into account for their final scoring to qualify for the semifinals, and the semifinals will be happening tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 10, the climbs for the Open Men qualifiers, Open Men semi-qualifiers will start. So join us, or you can always come down now for the Open Women qualifiers, semi-qualifiers that will be happening in this evening.
So right now we see Ken on the right side of the wall. He's balancing his way. Oh, he caught that back. So he has to get his right leg on the other volume and see if he can do it.
The thing about Ken is he's a very span person, if you call
very
it.
tall, yeah.
So he always says like, if you can't reach it, span it.
Yes.
So come on, Ken, live up to your words.
It's definitely an advantage in climbing. If you're taller, you have to make less moves. But it also goes the other way around. Sometimes for cramped routes, shorter climbers have an advantage on those.
Right.
So it's basically making the best of what you have.
Correct. I have seen the Japanese climbers. They're not exactly as tall as most of the other climbers, but they are so precise on their climbing. It's every move is such a significant difference to what they do. And climbing is not a not a tall people's game, it's everybody's game.
Yes.
And Bronson slowly moving.
So right now we are looking at Bronson and Ting Yang on the problems on the screen. So you see Bronson will get a bonus style and make it its way to the top. Ting Yang has to shift his weight to the right leg to catch the left, to the tile at the right hand side. It's not an easy way to transfer your weight on from the left to the right leg because the right forefoot is higher.
If you see the route 2, it's a jump start, but it is kind of a trick because if you realize the starting tape is not on the tile that you're stepping on. It's actually the small little red tile that's at the bottom. So many of the climbers have actually committed a small mistake by missing out on that starting hole. But meanwhile, on route 5, really steady. Steady moves, and it's alright! It's a close shave for the climber. That's Ron, if I'm not mistaken, that's Ron.
Right now we have Adil on route 2 trying to make his way to the bonus tile.
And right now, Adil is actually leading from the detail 2. Adil is doing really well. He's not giving up. All these climbers with 16 minutes on the clock, we're not giving up.
Barely halfway through the climb. Some of them are probably getting pumped. I think one of the strategies here actually is not to continue climbing one after the other. Actually, one of the strategy here is you should take up some time, maybe 1 to 2 minutes to rest before attempting each route, because each route takes up a lot of energy.
I guess that's also one of the reasons why, if you realize, the third route is actually quite empty. So probably these climbers are strategizing to find the slightly more doable routes first before they actually attempt the third route. I mean, I've yet to see someone really attempt the third route.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen on the third route. Meanwhile, on the first route, the precision jump, it's a hit or miss. It's okay, you have 15 minutes, that's enough time.
And there we see a top by Bronson on the left.
The
really
jump, a great jump from there. It's so much commitment, you see.
And now we see Adil caught the...
Adil is on he's on a roll. He's on a roll.
Then that's a top.
Well done, Adil. Definitely not giving up. That's Boaz. Boaz is a very determined climber. From what I know from him in the climbing gyms, he's really determined to finish all the routes that he set. That is set for him also. It's a really committed climber. And see, the commitment will pay off. So just gotta find the stable footing. And alright!
So right now route 2 seem to be having some kind of sand train, you know, it's like one after the other climber are finishing it. Let's see if we will continue on with our next climbers on route 2.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna hint to the climbers. Route 3, I wanna see you try a route 3 if it's possible. But yeah, take your time. I mean, there's a lot of time on the clock. And Ron is doing really well. Oh,
he did a sand trend. This is the third consecutive finish on route 2.
It is the trend now. If you look at it, route 5 is also getting a good view. So we're gonna see if the trend continues. The next up, the roots.
And this
That's
is
another one. Good job, climbers.
this route is seeing a lot of tops.
This means it's gonna be a really tough fight for the qualifiers.
I think it's because different from other open qualifiers, usually it's a rotation format, but right now we are having a session format. So essentially, people in this detail, they can see each other's climb. So I guess when someone has figured out the beta and how to work it out, everyone else essentially just have to copy. And it helps one another. It may be an advantage, disadvantage to whoever it is, but it's a good way to see how each climber have their own way, what works and what doesn't work.
Correct. So I'm pretty sure Bronson's gonna follow the trend. Come on, Bronson. Hit or miss. And we have Kairu. If I understand, Kairu, this is his first time competing in the Opens. That's a really, really valiant effort from Kairu. His first time competing in the Open men. And once again, refusing to give up. That's Boaz. No, that's not Boaz. I'm sorry. I just
No.
kind of really want to see Boaz finish it.
And now we have Ahmad on route 2 and Kotrai on route 5. Okay, both of them balancing their way through the routes. As you can see,
You can see every single muscle is on point. You have to really concentrate. You cannot have any doubts on yourself.
yes.
And this is the jump,
Just missing a
jump.
bit.
It's that jump. Well, from what I do know, Kotai is not exactly a very dynamic kind of person, but he is really, really good on a slab wall. And I want to see him finish everything today, but that's my kind of take.
Yeah. I mean, he did wonderful for Rockmaster,
He did wonderful
the
for
finals
Rockmaster.
route, the slab route. That was
Yeah.
incredible.
It was his route. He
Yes.
called it his route because it was a slab route.
We have Ken.
And Ken has recently just promoted to Opens. And this is also his first time competing in the Opens. A really, really tall, lanky climber, putting himself to all the advantage that's possible. And that's a top. Would that be a top? I think it would be. All right. And of course, you gotta take your photo once you reach the top. Would that be Ken?
So we see Ken missing the end.
You know the thing about climbing? I like to call it the last towel syndrome. It's always the last towel, the
Yes.
last towel.
And because of how the scoring system works, even if you get to the second last tile, but if you don't hold the last tile
It's not
with two hands,
counted.
yeah, it's not counted. And that's the thing about this.
It's a hit or miss.
Yes.
We've reached the 10-minute mark. Climbers, you have 10 minutes left.
Okay, so our climbers have less than 10 minutes to finish their routes, and then we will have the next detail. So right now we are looking at route 3. Someone is finally attempting this route.
Come on, route 3. All right, the fifth route is really following a new trend. The trend of finishing. So the fight for the qualifiers will really, really be very intense as we have about two more details coming up. These climbers from Detail 1 are doing really well, setting the bar really high.
So climbers, make it
They have been climbing for almost more than 20 minutes now, so they must be pretty tired and pumped. But it's not the end. Every minute counts in this competition. Sometimes you can even top a route even with just less than 1 minute. It's just a matter of keeping it together even to the last second.
It's last 8 minutes on the clock. 8 minutes. And right now on the leaderboard, we have Ron and Anga and Adil, as well as Kenneth and Bronson, as well as Sam, who have top 3 so far. Setting a really, really high bar for the details coming up.
But we still have 2 more details we have yet to see, so definitely this score are gonna fluctuate some more. We will see a big change, some surprises here and there, and we can't wait to see how it's gonna be.
It will be so interesting to see what other different styles that they will have. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a huge amount of people coming in and a huge fluctuation. And all these climbers, they're just so motivating.
You cannot predict who would make it, and for this they need to make it to the top 20. They have to be the top 20 climbers to make it to the semis. So these guys, they want to earn that spot with 3 details. That's almost about 50, 60 guys, and there's only 20 spots to go in the semi, so it's a hard competition for them.
Alright, and a great job for Kotai, who has just finished the 5th route. I think Kotai is doing relatively well. And all the climbers, really, hats off to you. It's been 25 minutes of climbing. None of these routes look pretty manageable on the normal scale. They must be really so well trained. And the 4th route, the 3rd and 4th route, we're all waiting for someone to finish the 3rd and 4th route. It's really, really exciting to see what would happen. And I think it's probably going to be the determining route, the 3rd and 4th route. Yeah.
So in most competition, what a route setter usually do is they will have those filter routes, is what they call it. So they set those routes expecting only a handful to finish, 3 to 5 people, and then the rest. And then there are sometimes they call the giveaway routes where almost everyone can top, and if you don't top it, it puts you at risk.
So the fight for just that one spot. I mean, 20 is a number, but that one spot is a number too. So all these climbers, every single attempt counts. And Bronson is really, really taking his time, steadily, finding his best footing, making sure he's comfortable. But that little swing, it's usually these little nifty pickies things that stop us from finishing the routes. And we're gonna have an attempt on route 3. Looks like that handhold is deceptive.
I think now we know why
It's
the guys
so
are not
deceptive.
doing it.
I mean, I guess the chalk marks on it make it look easy, but
Yeah.
it's slippery. It's slippery slopes. It's an attempt. Come on. They're never gonna get to try it again, so just go for it.
Right now we have Anga and Adil on the wall. So there's less than 4 minutes for our climbers. And I think most of them now are trying route 3 because I think they finished the rest of the routes. So now they're trying to get that 4th and 5th top they need, because so far the highest number of tops is still 3. Yeah, we have 5 problems and only 3 routes have been topped so far.
So we know which one are the filter ones, or at least at this moment we will take those 2 as the filter.
Yes. I think it's 3 and 4, proving making it difficult for our climbers.
Yeah, it's that next move right after the start on the third route. It's the one that everybody falls so far.
Yeah, and they can't even get the bonus. That's the thing. It's not even a matter of getting to the top. What makes it difficult is that the next move is already hard.
It's that move. And if you look at the bonus, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy either.
It's actually flat on the top.
Yeah.
So it's really
Really
you
making
have to
them
compress it all the way. You gotta put all your
Yes.
strength on yourself and
Yeah.
the last 2.5 minutes
will be happening.
to fight for the top 20 spots. With the highest record now on the leaderboard is 3 tops. It's Kairu fighting all the way.
We have seen
Come on, Kairu. Gonna fight all the way.
and skill and the hard work, alright?
Right now we have Chiron and Atil on the wall. That foothold is proving frustrating for our climbers.
It is so deceptive.
Yeah, we have such gigantic handholds, and then we have that one pink foothold to
It's
put
like-
all your weight on.
And it's actually because the third route, the route setters turned it inwards instead of outwards.
Yeah.
So it's a groove in and it's not really helping. But it was so close. It was so close. He was able to hold it for half a second. That's better than most of what we have seen so far.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we're gonna get even better later. And the next tile, that swing. I guess if you have to control that swing in order to get to the next tile.
But as you can see, I think our climbers are very tired.
They are so tired. You look at their arms, look at the calves and
All the veins are coming out, you know, they're
the
pumped out.
exertion is there. It's real. With a full span. Oh, look at that mental. Look at that mental.
Ting
Alright.
Yang doing a good balance,
Jing Yang slowly.
securing the bonus tile.
It's the next tile.
Okay, so now right now we have less than 1 minute. Let's see if we can see a last minute top right here from this detail. So right now we still have Cannon on the wall with 30 seconds.
30 seconds to make or break. Oh, so close.
Now Anga holding on.
Come on, come on.
You can see all our climbers have doing a mad rush. 20 seconds.
This is your last chance to try these routes because you will never get to see them again. Come on, come on.
The crowd is also going
The crowd is
wild
going
right here.
Crazy. They are going crazy.
10.
That's Cairo. There is last. Come on.
And
Oh!
And that's the end of detail 1 of Open Man Qualifiers.
That was a great fight from the detail one, don't you think?
And it's only detail 1.
It's
There's
so
still more details to go.
It was so intense. Everybody was just refusing to give up. Last 10 seconds and we're just gonna go for it.
So right now we're gonna have detail 2. So they're gonna have the 8-minute observation time and then the half an hour climb.
So this 8-minute observation time is really important. And we'll be back again in about after the 8-minute observation to bring you more live. So right now the detail 2 are having the observation time. We have Patrice here who has qualified for the semi-finals, the open women's semi-finals. So Patrice, how do you feel about it?
Uh, the qualifier routes were
Yeah, how
really
was the
fun.
qualifier route?
They were really fun. I think the routes themselves are not too challenging. It was challenging in a sense that it was in a circuit. It was in half an hour. But let's say if we put it in a gym setting and then you just like, let's say you have the entire day, like 3 hours to do it, you probably complete them all in 3 hours. It's just because you have half an hour and you're pumped out to do from the previous route, it becomes really challenging, more challenging than it should be.
I guess I understand where you're coming from, because I did see you climb, and what happened was you did a very good start. You had a very good 5-minute start with 2 tops, and then kind of just like a little tired, but you still managed to just push through. That is totally endurance. It's really endurance and a game of mental. But which one would you think was the most welcoming to you? Which route do you find the most welcoming?
I think for me, the route that I enjoyed and I think was more my style was the first route, route 1, where it was the jump to the last
The
tile.
bubbles
Yeah, because I knew the tiles.
Oh,
Yeah.
you knew the tiles.
Yeah, I know how they feel, so there was no hesitation
Alright.
from there. Though I didn't flash it. I could have,
You
but
could
I
have.
didn't.
Well, every attempt counts, and it's really well done of you to join semi-finals. And what about the route 3?
Route
The-
3
the-
was the green color.
The rubber duck.
Yeah.
The green color is
Yeah,
the
it was
broccoli.
quite cranky. A lot of shoulder move, and you can feel that you must keep the tension on your shoulder. And actually, personally speaking, it's not my style, and that's why when I got the bonus, I was quite happy.
So actually, the route 3, would you say the route 3 was kind of more difficult? Because
Yes.
I do see less people
Yeah.
finishing it.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
after I tried it, and even by just looking at it, I knew it was a
It was
difficult
it
one.
was very technical.
Yes,
I
yes.
see the way it was so technical. You have to put every single strength onto every single move you
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
Mm,
There
and-
was a lot of micro beta in a sense, a lot of mini movements to shift your weight. And sometimes as climbers, when we have observation like this, like the guys are doing now, sometimes we just plan in a sense like left, right. But we forget to take into account that sometimes it's not just left, right movement. Sometimes it's just a matter of shifting your hand one more, or just holding a particular part of the tile that makes that difference.
Then I guess if you look at it, all the women climbers were really very intense also. They were just pushing their way through, refusing to give up, and I guess that's the whole climbing community, don't
Yes,
you think? Like,
yes.
you have 10 seconds, we
Yeah.
don't care, we're just gonna go
Yeah.
for it.
And it was enjoyable during observation how we can talk to each other and discuss together on how we can do the routes, and that's what the entire sport is about. It's about sportsmanship and sharing. It's not just, though it's an individual sport, it's still the community that matters. It's social, inherently social sport.
Yeah, it's always more fun to climb with your friends.
Yes.
And one thing is you get to look at other people climb, do a quick demonstration, and you actually look at yourself while you climb with your friends, because it's kind of reflection of what you're trying to do.
Yes.
And I guess you improve a lot faster with friends also.
Yes.
And so how are you gonna prepare for the open women later? Because it's gonna be happening
Yeah.
in the evening.
So right now I'm just going to chill, just going to relax, make sure I have maybe enough food before I go, maybe not dinner, it's too early, and then just do my usual warm-up at the back. Yeah, I'm glad that it's gonna be rotation format, the next one. It's different strategy altogether. Just now it's strategizing which route you think you can finish and finishing them. But when it comes to rotation, you have no choice. You have to do the route that's in front of you. So it's a matter of finishing it with as little as attempt as possible.
And it's gonna be a really tight time of 4 minutes, right? So 4 minutes, it's gonna be a short time for a huge burst of power. And anyway, congratulations, Patrice.
Thank
and,
you.
Well, we're still right now at the Open Man Qualifiers observation. We're gonna start in about under 4 minutes. The detail 1 did really, really well. So I'm gonna look at how detail 2 and detail 3 will catch up. And of course, I wanna see how anyone can finish the route 3 and 4. It's gonna be so fun to watch, and I'm pretty sure the crowd is gonna go crazy over it.
Yeah. Still got a few front runners that have not come out. So with
Alright.
right now we're seeing 3 tops as the maximum tops so far. So we might be seeing the 4th and 5th in the following details, hopefully, because I really want to see someone unlock those routes.
Well, I do have high hopes for the next detail because just quick look at the list. It's a lot of the really powerhouses, I would call them.
Yes, yes.
The veteran climbers of Singapore powerhouses over here. We have ICMA, we have ERP, affectionately known as ERP is Emmanuel Ryan Paul. And Marcus, the SMU alumni, the pride of SMU as I would call it, as well as Ryan and Nicholas and Gavin, Dennis and Hillman and Kwan Liang, as well as Chester, Gregory, Nicholas, Eric, Bernard and Chin Ken. I mean, these are all really, really regular names on the finalist list. So I'm really looking forward to how they're gonna make us even more amazed at their prowess.
Yeah. So these details actually seeing some prominent podium winners of Open from previous competitions.
Yeah, correct.
So it's
correct.
gonna be intense.
The competition has just heightened.
Yeah.
And if I'm not wrong, Human has just came back last week from the competition from Hong Kong,
Yeah, just climb cup.
the Just Climb Cup from Hong Kong, and he's finished
Yes, second.
second,
Yes.
right? That was really amazing.
Ready for your climb.
In about a few seconds, in a few minutes, we are gonna start the detail 2. The much anticipated detail 2. We have climbers from ITE, SMU, Climb Asia, Climeric, All Sports, Physio Kit, and Singling Secondary School, Temasek Polytechnic, UWC Southeast Asia Dover, and PMKL, as well as SMU Home Ground. So it's gonna be a really tight fight, seeing what has happened so far for detail 1. So right up next is detail 2 with all the powerhouses and veteran climbers from our locals.
All the best climbers.
Okay, so right now detail 2 has just begun the climb. So now they have half an hour to finish 5 problems. So right now we see Dennis and Hillman. Hillman on route 3 and Dennis on route 5. Hillman trying to figure out route 3 where to put his footing.
While Dennis is a very controlled climber. I'll call him a very controlled climber. Every move he makes, look at how precise he is. Oh, look at that! And the last climb, he's gonna get it. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get it. He's so dynamic. He's such a good jumper. He's gonna get it. He will.
Oh!
That
That's
was
a shock.
so close. But yeah, but if you look at how he did do his climb, it is so controlled.
So actually, Dennis just came back from Japan. He was training there together with the Japanese climbers. So let's see, it will pay off.
with ERP on Route 4. ERP, oh, such a small careless mistake, but it's okay. You have
Dennis.
28 minutes, it's fine.
Dennis is
Dennis-
attempting Route 3.
The thing
He
about
tried a different beta.
The thing about Dennis is he always has very, very different ways of climbing. He doesn't fail to amaze me with his different ways of climbing.
So-
I wonder what goes on in his head sometimes.
Thinking out of the box.
And that's Chester and Hillman. So as they are,
So now we have Justin Young trying to
With-
end Route 2.
Justin. Alright, Justin. Good job. With
Nice.
less than 3 minutes. That's 1.
And right now, I think we have Marcus on Route 2.
The pride of SMU, as they like to call it.
And you will never fail to know that he's around, because if you're, let's say you're climbing in a gym and you hear someone shouting, that's probably Marcus. So you can feel his psyche reverberate throughout the entire
You
gym.
feel that
his
aura
presence.
of presence with Marcus over there. Let's see if he shouts in the final today. I mean tomorrow, sorry. And that's Eric. Eric, nearly there. Nearly there from UWC Southeast Asia.
So right now, ERP and Dennis up on the wall. Dennis is trying really hard to step on that pink tile. You can see the tension on his right leg. Let's see if someone will unlock this route, because nobody has unlocked this route in detail 1. Wow, that's really hard. The bonus is not easy to get. Right now we have ERP trying to get his leg up to get a stable hold on the bonus. So Marcus is trying a very balanced way to do this Route 2. There are several ways to do this Route 2. Some people just do a coordination run, while the rest try to reach up. I guess this beta has been the one that is working, this reach up with your right leg and sit in stand.
It's
Yep. So Marcus got it.
alright, Marcus. And a near hit with Hillman. As the crowd goes crazy for Marcus, while Gavin is another one of those climbers that have very different ways of climbing.
Yes, I agree. And a really young
He's a
talent
really
for that.
young. He's
Yes.
been in the open scene for the past 4 years, and I was shocked at how young he was.
Yeah.
Really, really amazing.
So Singapore's climbing future is looking really bright.
Probably gonna see him in Tokyo 2020.
Hopefully we have a representative. That would be good.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people on these qualifiers and the opens by itself are gonna be in the Tokyo 2020.
Okay, so right now we have Gavin giving this Route 3 a go. As you can see, Danny's brushing that volume. When the chalk accumulates, chalk is supposed to dry up the moist on any tiles, but sometimes when there's too much, the tiles become smooth and it doesn't work. So sometimes you just have to brush it off, brush the excess chalk to make it better. And now we have Dennis and Marcus. Actually, both of them were in Japan together.
Oh,
Yeah. Training, climbing in Japan, eating
That's-
good food.
I think both of them would be doing really well. All right, Dennis.
Finally caught it.
His jump is so smooth. He's really a very controlled climber.
Yeah. And right now we have Justin Young on Route 1.
And Gavin, that movement in Gavin.
Be sure to check out SMU Gravical.
And now we have Ikmal on the right side of the screen.
I guess like what you just said, like we have a session format, everybody
Yes.
sees what's going on, and pretty much most people would start copying each other.
Yes.
And oh, that's Gavin. Gavin, another
Easy
really
finish.
easy finish for him. It's easy for him. But when everybody gets to see what they are doing or what is supposed to be done that works, people start copying.
Yes.
And so probably not a lot of different ways of climbing for now. And is that Nicholas? Is that Nicholas on route 2?
Yeah.
Alright, that's Nicholas on route 2. Marcus on route 4. Will he be the first to finish it? Let the Japan training pay off, come on. So I guess we're only going to see different betas coming up in the rotation format probably.
I think to a certain extent, yes, it works when you watch other people climb, but sometimes some taller people have different beta from the shorter ones.
Like how Marcus is having a very different beta right now.
Yes.
Because most of them actually leave their left hand on the other tile and try to just get on to the other side.
Yeah.
But oh, look at that knee
Using
jam.
his knee.
I was just talking about a different beta. And that's a very, very unique Marcus kind of beta. And that's Hillman.
And right now we have Hillman. Hillman actually coaches the NUS climbing team. Team NUS.
So that's Coach Hillman for
Yes,
you.
Coach Hillman.
And look at that, Human was actually attempting a very different beta from most of them because most of the climbers actually go towards the right.
Yeah.
He's actually trying to find a stable footing on the left before he moves off to the right, which is not a very common kind of beta that we've seen so far. So all the surprises coming up today. Quick recall was Dennis on route 1. Really, really easy finish for him. And meanwhile on route 2 is Hillman. Hillman is kind of a lanky climber, so he really uses his pen a lot too. But at the same time, he's actually very controlled, but probably more of a very smooth kind of contouring kind of person. His betas are usually very smooth, very fluid kind of finish. All right, good job, Hillman.
So our climbers in detail 2 are catching up with the detail 1. So if you're curious to see how our climbers are doing, you can actually check
And that's
out
Marcus. Oh my god, just focusing on Marcus for now. Oh, the crowd just gave a really, really frustrated sigh. He is the one that's gone to the furthest so far to actually be holding on to the second last towel. And Gavin is gonna show us something unusual, something interesting. Meanwhile, it's gonna try again. He's gonna try again, and Gavin has very, very strong grip strength from what I remember. He has really strong grip strength.
Yes.
His contact strength is crazy.
Oh!
Look at that! Look at that! Well, he really, really got the contact very well.
Intense.
That movement. It was just the swing. He's gonna try again. He's definitely gonna try
I
again.
hopefully see that in
We're
slow
just gonna
mo.
recap, quick recap. Look at
Look
that.
at that replay and see how.
Look at how gentle his fingers look on the towel. It's pretty much like
And
nothing
then
to
we will
him.
see the big swing right coming up here.
It's actually a very secured handhold,
Yeah, he
but
actually held it.
he held
with
it so
one hand.
well, but he
but-
didn't hold the
Yeah.
second towel in
So it
time.
doesn't count. You need to get two
You gotta
hands
have
and a
two
stable
hands. It was
hold.
so close.
I think that's the closest we had for that route.
Yeah,
for
I'm
that
pretty sure
end.
Marcus is psyched up too. And following Dennis.
And Iqmal.
Dennis is psyched up too. Look at that. Yeah, but climbing is not just about your limbs, it's about coordination, so anything goes. The movements, the precision, the endurance, the mentality, and the amount of frustration you would have, but you gotta suppress it because if you get agitated or you get emotionally attached to one route, you're gonna have a little bit harder time to actually finish it, don't you think?
Yes, sometimes, right, one of the strategy is that you must learn to move on. If not, then you might miss out on routes that you can actually finish, and that's a waste because after all, the scoring system is number of tops.
Yeah, so every attempt counts, but every single top counts also. So right now, the Detail 1 are still defending their own title, but Detail 2 is really catching up. We see some of the Detail 2s coming up. And meanwhile, Chester on Route 2. If I'm not mistaken, this is Chester's first time taking it opens because he couldn't get a day off for the intros, but he's actually doing really, really well if you look at it.
And now we have Kwan Liang on Route 5, balancing his way. So actually they can use the surface on the wall, they're just not allowed to use the T-nut holes. Yeah. They can also use the bolt hole of the tiles, but yes, the T-nut holes, anything on the climbing surface cannot be held.
And that's a really, really slow, controlled movements. It's a test of skill, but also a test of technicality, but at the same time, it's a test of how you put both together.
Yes.
I mean, it's easy to look at it, it's easier to visualize it than to actually execute it.
Yes, agree.
And especially with about 15 minutes past, they've been climbing for 15 minutes. It seems to be short, but it's actually really a lot of effort if you look at it. And that's ERP. ERP is it's probably I would call him a pride of Singapore too.
Yes.
He's a really, really strong speed climber.
Yeah, he has won numerous medals for Singapore in Asian youth.
And so he's really an up and coming star, and all these climbers are actually getting younger and younger. Right now, we have really young people in secondary schools qualifying in the opens, qualifying in inters, and they're just gonna take over the scene when we're gonna go into the Olympics. I'm so proud of them. Well done, Singapore. And I'm Hillman.
And then we also have Gavin on the Route 2. See if he can get this. Really powerful move.
And
Easy.
Hillman.
Oh, Hillman is so tall, he can still reach the volume.
He was just like, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
Is this in?
It was
Oh,
really
it's
a
okay.
fast jump.
Yeah, it was actually more of a reach if you look at it.
Yes.
It was its reach. So yeah, well, it's a beta state. It looks at how you climb. If you're good at jumping, you jump. If you're good at reaching, you reach. If you're not, you gotta find a way somehow.
Oh, so the crowd just went crazy for Gavin.
And that's Gavin. And right next to Gavin was ERP with his third top. And we'll just take a quick look at the leaderboard. Well, if you want to take a look at the leaderboard, it is easily accessible on the SMU Gravical app. So just go to smugravical.com/app. And if you look at the qualifiers for the open men, right now the Detail 1 is still pretty much defending themselves, but Detail 2 is really catching up with more than 15 minutes on the clock. And fighting on Route 5 is Chester. That little ball on the little ball on the chili pepper. I like to call it capsicum, I'm sorry. Capsicum. Kind of making me hungry actually, from this morning, from broccoli to chili to bubbles.
Right now we have Iqmal on Route 1 trying to end it.
We're just gonna do a quick replay on what the crowd went crazy for.
Is now you are looking at detail 2 of the open man qualifiers. Alright, and we have climbers from
It's
ITE,
we still have
College East,
Dennis
SMU,
and
Malaysia, Janurary, all sports equipment, physio kit, all sports, singing secondary, National Polytechnic, United World College, Southeast Asia.
that was so close for Dennis.
Ale, climbers.
And everybody's fighting for Route 4. Everybody's fighting on Route 4 with the bonus. But the interesting thing about the bonus tile is that this time it's not just about touching it or holding it. You gotta use it to make it count.
Yes, this is IFSC standard.
Yeah, so you can tell that the standards for our climbing competition is really going up.
Yeah.
We're getting stricter. We're gonna get more and more recognition. And the tiles and the routes are getting more and more difficult.
Yeah.
And it's so intense. The competition is so intense. It's only lunch hour and so many people are here with us. All
So-
here to support the open men.
So if you're watching right now and having your lunch at the same time, just say hi to us at the live chat. It's right beside your screen. Just say hi. What you up to?
Or you can give your support on the live chat
Yes.
and we can give you a shout out probably.
Right now we are looking at
Hillman.
Hillman and
At
ERP.
Alright, hang in there, hang in there.
ERP
And Hillman,
held on to that move. Let's see an end. We'll see a double end. Oh!
no.
Really intense. ERP's move, that was impressive. Now we have Gavin and Dennis on the wall.
If you're here with us, you can definitely feel the amount of frustration here. And Gavin again. Let's see. Gavin, come on.
Let's
Our
see if
hopes
he will
on you.
top this.
Oh,
Held on
yeah!
this time round.
That's
One
Gavin.
more hand.
Yeah! Like I was saying, he's so brilliant. He's such a good contact grip and he's such a sport.
He
Great job,
smiled
Gavin.
at the end. So
Oh,
photogenic.
So Kira, just a quick replay. Look at that swing,
Control.
that control over there. And he's still able to do a quick pull up over it.
Yeah. Still can give the crowd a smile.
And then turns around and give a cheeky smile and it's like, I've got 10 minutes left. And Dennis, gotta do it. Come on. The qualifiers top 20 will be headed to Openman semi-qualifiers, which will be happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. So join us at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And of course, you must come down for the open finals. The vibe here is so great during the open finals. Or you can always join us on the live stream as we bring to you Gravical 2017 live from SMU. And meanwhile, that's Justin
And Chester on Route 1.
doing what Marcus did with his knee. And all right, the control. Almost there.
Right now we have Nicholas and Marcus on the wall, attempting one of the harder routes in this circuit. So the only route that has not seen a top is Route 3, since Route 4 has been topped by Gavin. The only top for that route so far. So let's see if any others will catch up to that.
And right now there are many of the climbers that are tied with 3 tops. So that 4th top will be the determining factor for your ranking in the semi-finals. So one difference, the top difference. With 8 minutes on the clock. I mean, under 9 minutes on the clock. And Human, gotta go steady. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on the 4th route, it's actually a slap outwards, right? It's actually a
Yes,
it's
so
a contour, right?
it starts It starts out on a flat wall.
Oh, look at Hillman! That's Hillman!
And Hillman topped it too.
It's the trend. I think it's the trend. So you gotta follow the trend. So if
Yes.
one person finishes it, next person's gonna finish it. So fighting for the last 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutes fight for tops. Now first route, the climber. Oh, so close. And yeah, that's Eric on the 5th route from UWC.
Route 5.
So our climbers have less than 10 minutes. They have 7 minutes more to go to finish as many as they can. Definitely enough time. But it also depends on how tired, how pumped they are feeling.
To qualify for the semi-finals.
So now we see ERP attempting route 3 and Ikmal on route 4.
Alright, once again, to everyone who are here and you want to take a look at the live feed results, do be sure to check out online.
Ikmal holding on, pushing through that tile, trying to get to the bonus, using his knee as well, trying to keep his balance, because it actually starts out, this route, right, the one on the left, starts out on a flat wall and then it goes to an incline. So you start out balancing, and then after that you have to go to an incline wall fighting against gravity, holding tiles that are not even that good. So it's really difficult.
5 minutes left on the clock.
Right now we have Dennis and Hilman. Let's see if Hilman can do this route. Really see if he would be the one unlocking this.
I really hope they do. And in fact, I do hope all the climbers can try as much as they can. First, this is the only time you will ever get to try these routes on these walls. And Dennis with precision climbing.
Dennis is cruising.
Oh, look
save
at
that slip.
that contact. Oh, Dennis! I remember he's
Did
so good with
any-
contact.
Did you guys see that?
We saw that he did the same thing for Pump Fest last year. He just jumped and he flew off, but he just dragged himself back into the wall.
The confidence on his shoulder.
And just look at a quick
I'm seeing
replay.
a replay.
It was a slip, but he did it so gracefully. And it's that move, that movement.
No
And
swing is
so
too big.
So gentle on the fingers. And we're looking at Hillman. Has there been anyone who's finished to the bonus for the 3rd route?
No bonus, no top for the 3rd route.
Oh,
Still.
man. It's gonna be really difficult to determine anyone, because right now the leaderboard is 3 tops, and there's a lot of people on the 3 tops. So it's really gonna be a competition within attempts.
Attempts to top.
Yeah.
And those bonuses are probably going to take into
Taken
account.
into account, yes.
Yes.
Meanwhile, ERP doing his due with the scrubbing, it is really important that you have the right amount of chalk on your hands or on the towel, because chalk is a yay or a nay. You either become better with chalk or you just get riskier with chalk because it makes it so smooth.
Yeah.
And there are ridges around the towels, but the chalk makes it smooth.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to brush it off, blow it off to make it better. And the thing is, sometimes it's for the later details, right? It would be wiser for them to make sure that the tiles are brushed
Yeah.
properly and chalked properly, because as the later you are in the climb, the more you are, in a sense, disadvantaged, because other
tiles are
climbers
not
have
new
held it.
anymore.
Yes, there are more chalk on it.
Are we
than
gonna see
before.
a knee jam again with Marcus? Well, no knee jam there, but that's a really, really nice hook.
Let's see if Marcus will reach the end. All right.
It's the
He needs to get
friend.
one hand.
All
Yeah.
right. And do you see him stepping on
Two
the
hands.
towel?
Yes.
The bottom
The
towel.
bottom tile is still. He's
So
so tall, he
tall.
can still reach.
It's really interesting how all these climbers are really getting one after the other on the fourth route. We've
And
been
in
talking
the
about
last
this.
5 minutes, we only have 2 minutes, and we're still seeing tops. It's not the end. It's not the end.
It's not the end. And Marcus has 4 tops. He's the first person with 4 tops on the live results feed. Well done, Marcus, the pride of SMU on SMU home ground. Well done.
Right now we are looking at ERP making his way on Route 4.
And ERP is a really, really committed climber.
And
So
Ryan
young, yet so strong.
on Route 2. Let's see if he could make the same.
Oh,
Missing.
It was commitment on the feet.
Yes.
Commitment on the
I
toes.
think there was a
commitment.
hesitation.
It was a little
slight.
bit of hesitation.
Yeah. And the thing is, you can't afford to hesitate sometimes, because that is one attempt.
Yeah,
And
it also doesn't help that he's actually quite foreign to the last towel.
yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't touched the last towel before. It's really a trust your fingers, pray to your fingers,
And hope it catch.
hope he catches. And we're gonna see Marcus if he's gonna be the first person to finish all 5 routes. We gotta go with that towel, and he held it. He held it.
Yeah.
Well, he held it.
I think what's making this problem so difficult for climbers is the
Second
foot
towel
and the foothold combined together. Horrible foothold, terrible handhold. Our route setters are just mean.
The route setters are sitting there, looking like, oh, these guys, you can try. That's a good try.
Dennis got the bonus.
Oh,
the
Dennis!
first one who got the
Oh,
bonus. Let's see if
Dennis!
he will top this route.
He will do it. He will do it. Oh! And the crowd is crazy for Dennis. Well
And the
done.
crowd goes wild. That is an awesome climb. He's the first one who has finished that route, the first one who got the bonus, and the first one to finish that route.
We're gonna see a quick replay for Dennis's finish on the 3rd route. So meanwhile, just look on Marcus with his last route. Will he be the first to finish 5 routes? With 3 seconds on the clock. Dennis finished it with 20 seconds on the clock. Well done,
Well
detail
done,
2.
That is pretty intense.
I guess our wishes got fulfilled.
Yes.
Oh, Dennis! And well done, Marcus and Dennis.
If you want to track their live feed results,
So, if you're wondering how Dennis, how Marcus, and all our other climbers did, you can look at the live results.
And right now the leaderboard is Marcus and Dennis with 4 tops, and various others with 3 tops. And well, we're only on the 2nd detail. We have 1 more detail coming up. Really, this is really amazing.
Alright, so right now our organizer brushing the tiles, making sure they're good, and chalking it up for our 3rd detail, last detail for open man qualifiers. And in this detail, we have the Verisil brothers, Gerald and Paul, and we also have Zulfilki from Mass Project Team and All Sports Equipment, Tatana Raksachat from PT Climbing, Mark from Springfield Secondary School, Goan, Ryan Go, Kenneth Chua, Wei Teng, Muhammad Shafi, Randy, Thomas Arnold, Hakim, Muhammad Latif, Nafa, and Aspa here competing for detail 3. So these are last detail. So nobody has stopped all 5 routes. At most, the max is by Marcus and Dennis with 4 tops. So if you're looking at the live results, you can see that they are ranked. Marcus is ranked higher now because he took 1 less attempt to get 4 tops. So let's wait up for the next detail. And now they're coming out for the 8-minute observation. So as compared to all the other flash format, previously in intermediate and in novice, our climbers have they have no observation time. So this is specifically a special one for the opens. This is because the routes that they are doing are significantly harder than intermediate and novice. So these 8 minutes definitely will help them in the climb. So also the extra 10 minutes, because for the previous categories like novice and inter, they only have 20 minutes for 5 or 6 routes. So for them, for the open climbers, they have 5 routes, but with 10 minutes more than usual, because these routes definitely will take out everything from our climbers, and that 10 minutes will make a whole lot of difference to the results.
So right now we're gonna give you a quick instant replay for the third route, where Dennis is the only one who actually finished the third route, the much coveted third route, and the crowd just went crazy for it. So we're gonna give you a quick replay. And right now you look at how precise each movement is. He's a shocker, that one's a shocker.
Alright, this is
And
an
look at that,
announcement
it's
for
so flat,
Shulway.
but he just holds it so gently.
Registration booth.
It's like
Right,
Spider-Man.
registration booth. Thank you.
And that's really a great move over there with Dennis. We're so proud of him, and coming in with a tie with Marcus on the leaderboard with 4 tops. So each attempt really counts, and I've got insider information that the detail 3 is supposed to be stronger.
Oh
It's gonna be
my!
a huge fight, and these detail 3 is gonna be so intense too. In
And
fact,
since we only have 20 spots for semis, they definitely want to make every attempt count.
every attempt counts. It's no longer about tops. But I would like to see someone finish 5. I mean, I'm open to that.
Yes.
So intense. And if you're watching here with us on YouTube, just do give us a live shout out, and we may just give you a quick shout out for whoever you're supporting, or you can always come down to SMU, where it's held right in the SMU campus green. So yeah, do join us with the Open Women semi-qualifiers, which will be happening in the evening, or the Open Men semi-finals, which are happening tomorrow 10 a.m. And the most exciting part of all events, the Open Finals, men and women, which will be happening at night. So join us and SMU Gravical. Woohoo! With under 1 minute, the detail 3 will be happening. And as we have mentioned earlier, the insider news is that detail 3 will be more intense than the previous 2 details. So I'm pretty sure we're going to look at some shuffling on the leaderboard. The leaderboard is going to be fluctuating.
And right now we are starting our open man qualifier detail 3. This is our last detail for the qualifiers. So we will see how it will go, if anybody will finish 5 all problems.
Very strong start.
With less than 2 minutes, there was already a top on route 2.
Reached the top of the second route.
They weren't kidding. It's not even 1 minute and we have a top. Wow. All these climbers. With Kenneth.
And we see Hakim finishing route 2.
And Kenneth is really taking his time.
Strong start for this video.
Oh, so close.
And right now we see Mark, see if he top.
All right,
Easy.
Mark, that was an easy finish for Mark. And moving to route 1. And
Really smart there using the surface.
you know, I
the
think I'm
wall.
gonna give that route that the climber just fell off, the flying squirrel, because all the climbers flew up to the last tile. You have to fly to the last tile, including the tile next to the bonus. It's gonna be called the flying squirrel from now on.
So
And
this is the first time I'm seeing someone actually using that part of the surface
Yeah,
climb.
it's everything goes. Everything is so important. It's precision on top of technicality, on top of commitment. And they're only 4 minutes into the climb.
And right now we have Waiting and Ryan.
It's intense. It's a record. 4 minutes into the climb, and we have 4 tops already. The leaderboard will be shuffling really fast.
And right now on route 5 we have Gerald. And also we'll see an N on route 1.
So close yet so far. And yes, kind of. And a really interesting, the climber with the cap climber. I'm gonna call him Captain Banana. It's interesting though, like so far not a lot of climbers comes out to the details, and do the third route immediately. Is it immediately tellable that it is not an easy route? Because people try the first, the second, the fourth, and the fifth, but not a lot of people, nobody tries the third immediately when they come out. Is it that obvious?
I think it is because once you see that the surface is smooth and the foothold is shitty, you just realize that it is.
Well, tiles are really show and tell. You can tell if the tile is nice. You can tell how the tile is nice by its orientation. And obviously on the third route, it's not a very welcoming route. And on the second, I'm still trying to find a nickname for the second tile. And so close. It's really a close fight for so far what you have seen. And if I have to call it the fifth route, the amount of precision you have to have on the fifth route when you blend your feet on the other side is so high because it's a one-time good jump. You either get it or you gotta try again. And back to route 2.
So right now on route 5 we have Paul, and on route 2 we have Ryan. Really nice weight transfer by Ryan. Let's see if he can end. And it's a top.
A very nice top there, route 2. And climax, you have about
And on the route 4, using every inch of your body, finding the perfect position to place yourself. Oh, that was so close. It was so close. It was just a slip of the hand. So close. Makes me wonder how the other climbers like Gavin and Marcus and Dennis actually finished it. I mean, his hands was right on the towel. It was right on the towel and it slipped off the length of the towel. So close, but it's okay. You have 20 minutes more. You can try it again. And route 1, Hakim, having a little bit of difficulty with the final towel, but it's only a little bit of difficulty. I'm sure you'll do fine. And following on route 5, if you look at the position, you gotta find a perfect position to put yourself before you leap off. The leap of faith. Oh, right, I found a new nickname for it. The leap of faith. Oh, leap of faith. All right, good job. And I'm trying again. Route 1. It's actually quite similar if I look at it. The route 1 and the route 5. It's just like you jump towards the right or the left.
Yeah, it's just the starting.
So you
different
gotta
skill set.
You can't have a biased side on your side. You gotta just go.
So it's very varied. Our route setters really testing them in all sense. The coordination, the jumping, the mental,
The balance,
yes,
the frustration control.
yeah. So it's like one of those jobs where you must think of how to make it difficult for the climbers.
How to make it difficult, how to make it very unconventional,
Yes.
but at the same time it has to be interesting.
Yes, it must be fun for both the climbers and the spectators.
I know, it's so fun. Alright, oh, so close. He had every inch of his body lengthened onto his left hand, but it was a reach and he almost got it. But like what my senior used to tell me, if you can touch, you means can hold. So if you can touch the last towel, means you can hold the last towel. Come on, try again, try again.
I used to say this a lot. I used to say if can touch means can hold.
Used
but
to.
but I realized that this does not work on a slab wall.
Oh, right. it
Yes,
doesn't.
just
It-
because you can touch doesn't mean you can hold, because sometimes they give you shadowless tile. Like there's not no way you can hold
It's a
it.
flat,
It's a
round
flat
tile.
round tile. Yes. So disclaimer: if it's not on a slab wall, then if you can touch, means you can hold.
Well, if you can touch it, it also looks at how strong your contact is, I guess.
yes.
You can touch it, you can hold it. And another knee gem. I see the knee gem. All these really interesting ways of climbing. You wouldn't really want to do it on yourself.
Can see him still be. He can still
He
take
can
his
still reach.
foothold. Yeah.
Long legs. And, well, he touched it. You can hold it. You have 20 minutes to try.
We'll see a top on Route 1.
Alright, it was so simple. So steady on Route 1. Simple and steady, steadfast end. And Captain Banana's back on the screen with Route 2. Come on, come on. Oh, come on. Gotta harness some banana power, I guess. And I'm back Route 5.
And right now we have the Verosil brothers both on the screen right now.
The Verosil brothers.
So let's see if both of them will be able to top the routes that they are doing. So you can see Gerald inching to the bonus tile, slow and steady. So is Paul trying to get his left leg up. Just too big of a swing. And that's Ryan.
A one-handed catch. So easy. And I'm moving up. Oh, that's a different way of doing. It's a heel hook up instead of a step.
And Ryan finishes
Oh!
it.
Minutes left on the wall.
So close, kind of so close.
And it looks like everyone is
It was
just
so close,
slowly inching
and
away
he had a
closer
really different way of climbing. We'd love to see it again.
20, because
And following on Route 3.
You can see Mark just
Mark
slipping
just-
off that tile.
Well, nearly there.
Okay, so we have the Open 10 semi-finals happening from 10 to 12.
That's right.
That was so gentle of a finish for Route 5.
Everyone here is just climbing their way
And
to the top.
Mark,
Place
oh,
the top of
it's the foothold too.
categories.
And
Alley climbers,
Captain Banana. Well, that would be an interesting way of climbing. It would be very interesting.
Will we see a top on Route 2? Need to get 2 hands. There we go, we have a top. So if you're wondering how our climbers are doing so far, you can check out the live results. So you can look at who is making their way to the semis. Top 20 out of all 50 to 60 male climbers from this category, only 20 will make it to semis.
And a quick look at the leaderboard, you would see Waiting. Waiting from Detail 3 has climbed up all the way to the top 5 of the leaderboard. Really hope he'll be the first person to finish all 5. Hopes up and hypes up with all the climbers right here with making their precision movements, small inching ways, finding the best fit, best stable position to be in before you launch yourself. Oh, that was so close with the near slip. And moving to the 5th route, I would say while the 5th route looks relatively easier than the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it is kind of a difficult decision whether to put your feet, both your feet on one route, on one volume, or both the feet on the volume. The way you have to jump, it's full commitment, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna applaud all of them for the amount of effort they have. And it's 15 minutes, and they don't look tired. They really don't look tired.
We're halfway there in this detail. Still plenty of time to finish the routes, definitely.
And plenty of time for them to catch up.
Good save by Paul on route 2. Almost let go and fell off that route. Managed to save it.
Almost, but never. And nearly there. Gotta put your feet, put your commitment, eyes on the prize,
And he caught it. Let's see if it's a top.
oh,
And it's a top.
it's a top for
Let's see
our
another
climber
one.
on route
And
2.
another one.
And on route 1, congratulations. But never give up. It's really, really intense right here. They weren't joking when they said Detail 3 had strong climbers too. Because the Detail 3 people are really climbing up the ranks. So only 20 people from all the qualifiers will be making it their way to the semifinals tomorrow, of which they will fight for the top 6 positions to appear in the open finals, which will be happening tomorrow evening. It will be a huge event. It will be so, so intense. And we'll be bringing it to you live on YouTube if you're unable to make it here on the campus green. But otherwise, do join us and bring your friends, your family. Yeah, join us. And that was Hakim on route 5. Well done. And I'm back on route 1. A slow precision, finding the best footing. All right, good job. Oh, look at that! Look at that hand! The way he held the second towel from me.
Yeah, it looks really easy.
It was so outstretched, but it was so firm. It was a firm grip.
Yeah.
Wow.
And right now, route 1 will see if Gerald will finish this route.
Yay! All right. Was that a count? We'll leave it to the judges. But meanwhile, on route 5, and is that Mark on route 2, making it look really, really easy.
And Ryan will attempt route 5. See if he can get it this time around.
Alright, that's a route 1, making it really easy finish with a really stable footing. And moving to route 3, scrubbing the tiles to make sure it is at the best condition. And moving route 5. Oh, that feet, that switch feet. Come on, commit. You can do this, you can do this. Alright, good job. And meanwhile, attempting route 3. Waiting to see a finish on route 3 from this detail. He's gonna try again. He's gonna really try again. Even the starting, while it has 4 starting holes for you, it's pretty obvious that the foothold is not fun. It's not an easy route. You gotta do it slowly, controlled. And eyes on the prize. Almost there.
So right now, climbers have 10 minutes left to finish all these problems and to make their way and secure the place in the semis. So we'll see a different beta here on route 5. He went below the volume. Right now he's gonna attempt. Let's see if he'll do the jump. And Randy on route 2, trying to get his foot on the other side by keeping his balance. And yep, we see a top on route 5. Looks really easy. Looks like a climber's just cruise through it. So Randy is still trying. Almost so close on route 4, but it must be a stable end. So right now, we'll see if we will see a top on route 1. Missing it. That last end on route 1 is not good. It's a slope. It slopes down. They turn the tile the other way around. For open women, that tile was actually the other way. So when you hold on to it, you can actually latch. So you can jump for it. But this time around, you really need to go to it statically.
Yeah. It was difficult in the females already, but this is just making it way harder.
I think we're gonna see another end on route 3 by Hakim.
And that's Hakim. Well done. And
so right now, that's the second top of the day for that route.
oh yeah, that route.
Yeah. And a top by Gerald on route 5.
It's a double top if you look at it. Well done. It's a trend. It's a topping trend. Oh,
We still have waiting on route 4.
So close. And right now Hakim is on the leaderboard with the least attempts to the highest number of tops. I really hope Hakim can finish all 5. I'm pinning my hopes on him now.
I'm wondering which route he has not done yet.
The second one, the fourth one.
The fourth one.
The flying squirrel, as I like to call it.
Well, 8 minutes is plenty of time.
8 minutes. He
can still rest and
take a break
for now, so that he can go one good one.
Yeah.
And on route 2, we see an end. Nicely done.
Well done. And once again, the quick look at the leaderboard on the SMU Gravical app, you can see Detail 3 climbers are really catching up with the rest of the details. Rest of the climbers, you've got to fight for your position as the Detail 3 climbers fight their way into the semi-finals.
And right now we are looking at route 3. Let's see if Hakim's top will be followed by another one.
It will be. Come on, Hakim. This is going to be a great end to the 5 top. Come on.
It must be 2 stable hands.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Tatana. That would have been his 4th top, but 7 minutes. You can do it. He spent less than 30 seconds to get up there.
Yes,
he can do it again.
He can do it.
Oh, so close. Every single move counts. And you gotta have faith in your fingers, gotta have faith in yourself. Just step up and allays, climbers. If you look at it, it's already 6 minutes left. They've been climbing for 25 minutes and above. They're all tired. The stream of climbers are coming in slower, and you can see the amount of fatigue they have, the endurance that they have to gotta put through themselves, the fatigue they have to fight. It's gonna be such a close fight. And on the 4th route, it is really a bridging move. Oh, that was so neat. So close and so neat. And at last,
so that's actually Tatana Raksachat. He actually came all the way from Thailand to compete here for SMU Gravical.
Yeah, and he's doing really well. With yeah, he's doing really well with 3 tops. He's going to the semi-finals from what I have right here on
Yeah.
the live feed. But things can change. It's 5 minutes. Things can change. I've been saying oh so much. I guess that's why it's called open final. But it's
Well, that's
so
a way to put
intense.
it.
It's so intense. And it's
So right now,
slowly,
Ryan trying to
every
make his way.
breath you take. Small movements. Finding that control in the mental.
So for those who want to check out the live feed
Oh,
results, we
yes.
have it online at www.
Now we'll see another attempt.
You gotta be stable. You gotta be stable. You gotta be stable. It's
Now
okay.
route
5
3
minutes.
again. Let's see if he can do this one.
That was a different beta from him on Route 5. It's gonna be really interesting from here on as they fight to try all these routes for one last time. You're never gonna get a chance again, and you're never gonna get to try these routes again. You're never gonna be able to beat your own score in this comp again. Oh, so close. I guess the fatigue took him. And amount of endurance slowly. What a waste it was. It was such a waste. Come on.
So we'll see if we'll see another top on Route 3.
Oh, it's the last towel syndrome.
Well, we can see him
Oh.
hover around it.
The last towel
The
syndrome.
frustration. Hopefully that will not cost him too much.
I guess right now they'll probably care about the tops more than the attempt.
Yeah, yes.
It is really your last 3 minutes to try. You have to try it.
And right now we are looking at Route 1 and Route 4 waiting at Gerald.
When you
Let's see if Gerald will top.
look at that confidence.
And there's a top.
Alright.
Well done.
Every second, every attempt, every bonus, every top
Now we
Count.
see Paul on Route
towards
3.
your that was so close.
Can see the exhaustion on our
You can tell.
climbers.
You look at the veins, it's all popping out. You
Yeah.
can tell they're really, really tired.
And they're really just falling off at the start.
It's a really different ball game now.
Yes, I mean they've been climbing for almost half an hour. It's
Yeah, it's-
crazy.
I mean, because like in novice it's 19 minutes, but there's so many people fighting in queue
Yes.
with you. But at opens it's 30 minutes, and you just get the whole hole to yourself for as long as you want. Because it's really strategy and how you work on it. Yeah, really nice
Let's
footwork
see
over there.
Ryan.
Really nice contact. And
Ryan will
Ryan,
finish
as they
Route 3,
gotta control himself over.
matching on that small.
Oh,
And
oh,
it's
yes.
an end.
it's a
Nicely done. Wow.
wow.
This detail has
It's the trend.
this detail has proven strong.
They
Really,
have
really
proven to
strong.
be really, really strong.
They're catching up to detail 1 and 2.
Where's Hakim though?
Hakim right
Yeah,
now
he's
is
doing
on
his
route
fourth.
4. So you see, this is his last route. The
His last
only
route.
route he has not finished.
I hope he qualifies. He's already qualifying first. He's just gonna finish his last route. Oh,
Oh,
so
no.
close.
Well, there's still
Time? There's
time.
still time?
I
There's
think
still
there's
time?
still time, but it depends on the queue.
And a quick shuffle on the leaderboard. Ryan is coming in first for the qualifiers. Well done, Ryan. And either of them gotta finish the 5th route. Come on. You can do this.
So our climbers have less than 1 minute left. So they have this 1 minute to finish, and we'll see. Oh
It's 40
no!
seconds. It's make or break.
So
From-
this is the final scramble
This is-
up.
That's Mark.
So we
Mark
see Mark.
on his probably last route of the day. And last route of the day. Oh, yes!
Wow!
Good job! Great job over there. It's 20 seconds and that is still amazing. It's so amazing. I want to be young again.
Full of energy and promising, very, very promising.
And that's the last of the details. And that's the last of the Openman qualifiers. The live results are available, and the confirmed results for the qualifiers will be out very soon. And meanwhile, we are proud to be brought to you by Live Studios Photography as we stream to you Gravical 2017 right from SMU. So join us later for the Open Women qualifier semi-qualifiers, and we'll see you again. So meanwhile, we're gonna wait for a little while more, and we're gonna show you some of the most exciting parts of the qualifiers, the instant replays that's gonna go on right now. The qualifier replays, oh, so much memories, so much intensity. That's crowd favorite Dennis, making it really gentle and easy.
Gavin with that easy top. You also see Hillman and Gavin right here, the same screen.
Hillman's
And happy face.
victorious face. And it's really just that one move that determines everything. That one move, look at that one move, and Hakim controlling himself. You gotta be totally confident in every move you make.
They're very good. Just now we saw one of the guys was hanging.
Kind of movements.
I was so worried.
We're gonna see even more intense fights tomorrow, as the strongest opponents of the qualifiers will compete again for the top 6. I'm getting so excited. And alright, that's a great finish on Route 3, as well as Mark against the 20 seconds clock when he finished the Route 4. It's so amazing. All these climbers are so amazing. So make sure you join us at the YouTube live stream from the Open Qualifiers, and we will see you again in the evening. The Open Women Semi-Qualifiers will be happening at 7:30. So join us and we'll see you again.